Okay, so Brian, in response from Cheats of the Week last week?
Well, just the usual. A couple of kidnapping threats, but it's funny they were actually addressed to Miss Emily Latella, and not to me, dude.
It's fine. Safer stays to you. Hey, so what's the plan for tomorrow?
Tomorrow will be volleyball.
And what do you want to do on Wednesday?
We should do. Let's go see Dashing Dan Dashley up at Camp Sloper.
And Thursday?
Thursday we should do some soccer.
That'd be good. I like shooting soccer. How about Friday? Right? Friday? Sean! Hey Sean. Brian's stuck again.
Did you try taping a nickel to his head?
I didn't try that.
Oh, let's go try.
Okay.
It's time for a whole lot of Record Journal Athletes of the Week. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you may happen to be tuning in. I am Brian Carpenter, sports editor of the Meriden Record Journal. Welcome to the third edition of Record Journal Athletes of the Week for the fall season. And, we got the masks on, me and my man Aaron, because it's kind of tight here in the locker room and we socially distance, even though we live next door to each other over in our town. And because the markers we use here on our Magic Dry Eraser board, a little potent, brother. So, for the sake of maintaining a clear head and getting you all our results and our nominees of the week, I'm going with the mask. Safety first, absolutely. All right, our winners from last week, our second week, it was a sweep. A sweep for the Maloney Spartans. Maloney Spartan cross country. That just as they swept the city championship at Hubbard Park, they swept the Record Journal Athletes of the Week contest. Our man Reynaldo Torres taking first. No surprise there. And also his compatriot, Miss Savannah Vasquez, just a sophomore. Savannah, congratulations to you. You and Ronaldo are the Week 2 Record Journal Athletes of the Week, as voted by the voting public. All right, fresh slate of candidates, top to bottom. We're going to start with the boys. Since we're just talking cross country, we're going to stay with cross country. We've got some good runners out there, including this guy. He got on our radar screen. The first week of the season. He didn't win that meet, but he came close. And then he came close a second time. And then he got his first varsity win. He is from Sheehan High School, Mr. Anthony Galicia. And Anthony, hey, we've been charting your progress. When the season opened, he was going against Lyman Hall, led by Jack Murphy, and Cheshire, led by Ryan Farrell. And Anthony ran a 17:13 down at Wharton Brook. Great time. Problem was Farrell runs a 17:06. Murphy runs a 17:09, so Anthony takes third. Comes back against Xavier, runs a 17:21, also at Wharton Brook, 1 second behind Xavier's Connor Selfors. But then, running on his home course at Sheehan, a little hillier, a little tougher, Anthony runs a 17:31 against Hand. First varsity win for him, and congratulations, Anthony. That makes you nominee number 1 for the boys here in Week 3. I'm hyperventilating. We're good here. Got the door open. We got good airflow. You need to hear me better. You need to hear more about our candidates. We're going out to the soccer field. We're here in Meriden. We're sticking in Meriden. Over on the west side, Wilcox Tech playing some good soccer. And our guy, a lot of picks, a lot of good young players. This is the guy we're going with, Mr. Giovanni Battista, the goalkeeper. 15 saves, many of them quite dramatic and acrobatic, to fuel a win against Goodwin Tech on Thursday. And we're filming this on Monday. We just got an update from new head coach Clinton Tebbets. Tells us they just beat Cheney 3-1. Congratulations to you, Gio, and the boys. Another victory for the Wilcox Indians. Gio Bautista, goalkeeper, Wilcox Tech, boys nominee number 2 here in Week 2. Our third and final nominee, hey, this guy's my man. This guy from Lyman Hall, good player. He is Mr. Yaya Cardad. I love this kid's name. Yaya, you know it because Xavier comes to town to take on Lyman Hall last Tuesday. He come in ranked number 6 in the Class LL state poll, and Lyman Hall knocks him off 2-1. Big win for the Trojans, and Yaya gets his Yayas out, scores both goals. Big win, and I had the pleasure of watching them play on Saturday against Wilbur Cross. They won that game, Lyman Hall did, with just a minute to go in the game. Beautiful. And Cardad, name might sound familiar. It should. Once you hear it once, how do you forget it? He moved from Casablanca, Morocco. Past year, he was at Sheehan last year, and his family settled in, bought a house, and they're over on the Lyman Hall side of town. He's with the Trojans. He is boys nominee number 3 here in week 3. All right, we're going to take a little halftime break. Come back on the flip side. We're right back. All right, we're back for the second half and for the girls' slate. We were just talking about 2 soccer players from Wallingford and Meriden. We got one from Southington. She is from the Southington Lady Knights. And before I even mention who it is, I got to be honest, I saw them play Farmington, Aaron, on Thursday. I went to see Southington. And let me tell you something. Those girls can play. The boys are going to get mad at me, but I'll tell you what, man. Those girls from Southington can play the game. And I'll tell you, I was impressed. Any one of those girls I watched on that field could have been an Athlete of the Week nominee. I want Coach Mike Linehan and his girls to know that. I can only go with one, though. I can't fit 12 pictures up here. And the picture you're going to see right now is of senior goalkeeper Emily Igo. They go as I go. Emily Igo, senior goalkeeper. You know, last year she split time in net with a senior goaltender when she was a junior. And now Emily, full-time job for her. And what do you know? Southington, 5-0. You know how many goals Emily and the Blue Knights have given up? Boosh. 0. Nothing. Clean sheet. 5 games in, 5 games out. They played Lewis Mills on Tuesday. When you're watching this, it's Wednesday. They played on Tuesday. We'll see if Emily and the Knights keep up that shutout streak. In the meantime, Emily Igo, congratulations. Girls nominee number 1 here in week 3. For our second nominee, we have another Emily. See Emily play? Yes, you should see this Emily play. She is from Platt High School, Platt Volleyball, Miss Emily Hart, the sophomore setter. You know, really basically taking up the reins from her sister Caitlin, who played for Platt for 4 years and is now down at Sacred Heart. Emily steps in as a freshman, had a great freshman season, and she's running the show as a sophomore, as a setter, and you know, doing her thing with the assists. She had like 17 against Middletown in a win the other day, but the kid is just deadly from the service line, just absolutely deadly. She puts up big aces, you know, match in, match out. She had 4 against Maloney, and Maloney is undefeated. Platt Panthers 5-1. Emily Hart is a big reason why. And, you know, here's just a little factoid coming your way. The girl had 17 aces the other night against Buckley. For what it's worth, 17 aces. Chew on that one for a while. As we film, Emily and the Panthers are up at Wethersfield. Hopefully they're playing very well. For now, Emily Hart, you are girls nominee number 2 here in week 3. Third and final nominee, we mentioned the Maloney Spartans of volleyball fame. They are undefeated. They are 6-0, and their setter is pretty good too. She is Miss Gracie Massacott, and you know, just like Emily, great at running the offense and just a killer at the service line. Now, they're playing in Newington as I sit here and babble at you. Going into that match, Gracie on the season had 100 service attempts, 100 of them. And of that 100, 37 were aces. Not making it up unless Coach Kevin Savas is, and I know Kevin, he's not. 37 aces out of 100 service attempts. Also, already 95 assists on the year for Gracie Massacott. She's a good one. She's only a junior. She is girls nominee number 3 here in week 3. And that's it. 6 up, 6 down. Now it's your turn to go online and vote. Practice for Election Day. Get online, get in, you vote. We don't take absentee ballots, or do we, Alan? Aaron, do we do the absentee ballots? Not yet. You got to go online at myrecordjournal.com/sports-athletes and vote between now, about Wednesday, 6 o'clock, Sunday at midnight. We'll bring you the winners next week. Fresh slate of candidates. We're looking good. Hey, the schools are doing things right as far as COVID safety goes, and it looks like we're going to get this whole fall season in, and I really had my doubts, but I doubt no longer. It's a beautiful thing. I am Brian Carpenter, sports editor of the Meriden Record Journal. I thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you next week. Be good.